You're watching Election Coverage 2018 from WBONTV.com.
Attorney Jennie Haymond prosecutes in Estill County and also has a civil practice here in Richmond, which she chose to call her home. She's running for Madison County Attorney and says she has the most prosecution experience of any of the other candidates. We discussed the priorities of her platform during her 2-minute sit-down, including her time prosecuting juvenile cases.
I met my first attorney in 6th grade career day, and he was a prosecutor. And so I couldn't tell you what he looked like. I just remember how he said, it is our job to serve the public. It is our job to protect our communities. And of course, with that military background in the family, we had that mentality already as well. And so I just fell in love with that. And from that day forward, I said, I'm going to prosecute. That's all I want to do. Madison County is my home. I chose it to be my home because it's a great community and everybody's wonderful. And so I just want to give back to the people who's taken care of me all these years and really step up and protect them. I'm not your typical candidate here in Madison County, and so I think that's a good thing, though. I think the change is a good thing. Well, one of my big priorities is the assistance that's needed for law enforcement. Now I'm on call 24/7, so whether it be the state police, the sheriff's department, they know they can call me at all hours of the day. It doesn't matter. And I want that availability for our law enforcement. Obviously, we've had some very heartbreaking situations take place in the past few years. Not that necessarily being on call can change that, but being that availability to let them ask some questions to guide them through some situations, because in the end they're coming to court. The drug and opioid epidemic that we have is the big problem. It doesn't matter if it's a burglary charge. Typically, if you look back at someone's criminal record, the underlying drug charges appear. And I think part of it also is going to be that prevention and education that we have to get into the schools, into the homes, and reach out to the kids. When I prosecute juvenile cases, and so I have to listen to this stuff when the officers come to me and make this judgment call on what we're going to charge these kids with. And it's really sad because most of them don't understand how severe the consequences to their actions actually are. Unfortunately, the jail population has not been proportionate to the regular community population, and that's the problem. So I think there's multiple aspects we have to look at, but I do think the jail has to be bigger. That's just the reality. I do what I do because I love it. It's not for the money, it's not for the title, it's because I work hard. I'll always continue to work hard to help protect our community and do what the public needs us to do. And so I really would just appreciate their support and their vote come May.
Stay tuned for all the election coverage at WBONTV.com. I'm Marissa Hempel.